we are going to be solving 3/4 divided by 2/3, and we are going to solve it in a way where we can see where multiply by the reciprocal comes from when I'm dividing fractions. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this division problem in a different form. So it's going to be the same problem, still 3/4 divided by 2/3. Here, okay, so I've got my same problem, my division problem. It is just written in a different form. And so we're going to utilize some of our mathematical properties here, because this is what we call a complex fraction. I have that fraction in a fraction, and I really want to get rid of the denominator, so I no longer have a complex fraction. So I want you to think about, in general, what number can I divide by that does not change the value of the number? What number can I divide by that's going to give me that original number? And that number is 1, my identity property of division. I'm going to divide any number by 1, and it gives me that original number. So that's the goal, to get this denominator as 1. So how am I going to do that? And that's where our reciprocal comes into play, because our reciprocal is a specific value that when you multiply it by the original number, it gives you the result of 1. So I'm going to multiply this by the reciprocal, because that's going to give me that value of 1. Now, question, what happens if I just multiply my denominator by the reciprocal? Oh, I've totally changed the value, and I've totally changed the problem. So I can't just multiply my denominator by that reciprocal. I also have to multiply my numerator by the reciprocal. So I'm not changing the value of the problem. I'm just multiplying basically by a form of 1, each of them by the specific form of 1 that's going to give me this reciprocal to get a 1 in the denominator. So I have it there. I've got it set up for multiplying by the reciprocal, and now we're going to multiply straight across. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 2 is 8. Divided by 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. Look at that. So now I have 9/8 divided by 1. And look at that. We know any number divided by 1 is itself, so I get 9/8. So every time, this is where the multiply by the reciprocal comes from. We just don't always see this extra step because we know it's going to give us a denominator of 1. So we're efficient with just multiplying by the reciprocal, but this is the math that's happening behind that when you multiply by the reciprocal.